For years, everyone's focused on treatment, but now it's time to ask, what is life really like after overcoming uterine cancer? Staying well after cancer is entirely possible. But you need to know a handful of scientific step by step strategies. And that's exactly what we will be exploring today in 5 bite sized chapters. This article is all about life after uterine cancer treatment, what it's really like on the other side. Written at the request of many of our marvelous patients, this piece is meant for anyone who has faced uterine cancer or knows someone who has. You will find practical tips for life after treatment, all served in 5 neatly organized sections covering everything you need to know. We will walk you through how your follow-ups should go, ways to look after your physical and mental well-being, what to eat, and how to live the best life post-treatment, plus a few crucial strategies for sexual health and fertility. Each section has a handy link, so just skip to what you fancy learning about. But before you dive in, a quick word or two from us. What exactly is survivorship? This is an unknown term, right? With patients living longer and treatment success rates for uterine cancer on the up, simply getting through treatment is not enough these days. Modern patients deserve more. They want to truly enjoy life and perhaps even leave their mark on the world. But simply wishing for a better life doesn't quite do the trick, does it? Staying well takes a handful of scientific step-by-step strategies, and that's exactly what we will be exploring today. Where do all these ideas come from? Thousands of scientists around the globe are beavering away, publishing mountains of research on how cancer survivors can live well. And we are learning more with every fresh paper. You see, it's not just about cancer itself or even the treatment. There is a whole branch of science devoted to the way cancer survivors think, rejoin society, and rebuild their lives. It's called survivorship. I first dipped my toes into this fascinating fields thanks to a world-famous study with European Organization for Research and Treatment of Cancer, or URTC. And truth be told, in India and most places on earth, awareness is still lacking. So I have blended the inside scoop from cutting-edge research with my own 2 decades of experience in gynecological oncology to share some practical scientific tips. This isn't just something to read and forget. Best have a pen and paper in hand. First chapter, how to do follow-ups. When it comes to uterine cancer, follow-up is unique to every patient. There are several subtypes of uterine cancer, and your follow-up plan will depend on exactly which one you have had. Some subtypes demand regular check-ins, while others let you off the hook a bit. On average, follow-ups last for about 5 years. How often you will see your doctor and how the follow-up will happen is something you will discuss together. Rest assured, it's all carefully guided by international standards. Determining your exact uterine cancer subtype usually happens after a biopsy. So, it is crucial to know which biopsy report you need. Biopsy for uterine cancer usually comes in 3 installments. Step 1. If biopsy was done before the surgery, or if a frozen section biopsy happened on the day of surgery, this gives your doctors some early clues. Step 2. This is known as the paraffin or traditional biopsy. It takes the sweet time, typically 7 to 10 days, to report back, analyzing your uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes, and associated lymph glands. For ages, that was that. The past few years, however, have introduced a third act. Step 3. Here, scientists get nosy with genetic analysis of the tumor. This reveals all sorts of genetic secrets behind the basic biopsy. Why bother about all this? Because it helps not just to understand your own future risks, but also those of your children and even of grandchildren. Sometimes these detailed reports can take 2 to 4 weeks to do. The full set of reports helps determine your cancer's type, grade, and stage. First, type. What sorts of cancer we are up against? Next, grade. How quickly are those cells dividing? Translation in English, how aggressive is the cancer? Next, stage. How far has the cancer spread before the surgery? With this knowledge, you and your doctor will chat through whether you will need radiotherapy or chemotherapy post-surgery or nothing at all. What happens at a follow-up. Once you have finished all treatment, it's time to talk about follow-ups. There are two key points here. First, you will pop back to see your doctor at agreed intervals for a checkup and share how you have been getting on. No hiding the odd niggle or worry. Second, there will be a little heart-to-heart talk about how your lifestyle is going on. Many overlook this bit, but trust us, lifestyle changes can make a huge difference in uterine cancer. We'll go to that very soon. In addition to these basics, you might occasionally need scans like an ultrasound or CT, MRI, or some kind of blood tests occasionally. Remember, these follow-ups appointments are much more than just dropping in on a whim. Keeping them regular is key. Random visits just aren't the same. The real bonus, you get a chance to pick up your doctor's brain about anything in your mind. There is another sneaky bit sometimes mistaken as follow-up. It's called monitoring. It's related but not quite the same. Both you and your doctor will be on the lookout for anything unusual, like vaginal bleeding, tummy pain, or unexpected weight loss. These don't always mean cancer is back, but they absolutely need looking into. Monitoring also means keeping tabs on your daily routines. Are you eating properly? Enjoying your music? Getting out for walks or occasionally traveling? Yes, even planning the odd holiday counts towards your well-being. It's all about catching anything off at pass, so you can get treatment started pronto if needed. Now, it would be a really big miss not to mention another vital bit of follow-up. Many with uterine cancer can also have high blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid issues, or creaky knees. Some have extra weight to manage. In every case, it is vital to see the proper specialist for those conditions too. Simply sticking to your oncology doctor won't cut it for all the other matters. To sum up, your follow-up journey continues with two different types of doctor: your cancer specialist and your friendly neighborhood physician, working together for your overall health. For more tips and perhaps a pep talk on physical recovery, check out the next chapter. Second chapter, physical recovery after uterine cancer. Physical recovery, getting your body back on track. It's vital to know which symptoms are just part of normal journey and which are not. This chapter comes in three handy parts. Chapter A, adapting to a new lifestyle. Jot them down and bring your list to your next appointment. Don't trust your memory. Pen and paper work wonders. Keep a close eye on your health. Yes, you are in charge now. Record any unfamiliar symptoms and note when they pop up. Learn which one are normal and which deserves a quick chat with your doctor. Learn about menopause symptoms. If you were not menopausal before, treatment for uterine cancer may start you off. It's a natural stage, just fast-tracked by surgery, aka surgical menopause. Understanding these symptoms means you won't lose sleep worrying if they are the signs of cancer coming back. We have popped a helpful article on menopause below. Feeling extra tired? That's what we call fatigue in our trade, and it's got its own playbook for management. There is a real strategy here, one step at a time. See our article on regarding energy after cancer, link below. Sometimes, after lymph nodes removal, a few ladies experience swollen legs, or less commonly, a lymph fluid cyst in the abdomen. It's more likely if you had extra weight, limited activity, or post-op radiotherapy. Don't panic, none of this means the cancer is back. Lymphedema specialists and a bit of massage can ease the swelling, and building fitness helps too. Some people face trouble with passing urine or stools, or a burning feeling when urinating. It's not always an infection, not a reason to worry about recurrence. Side effects from surgery, radiotherapy, or chemotherapy usually improve over time, though some might appear months or even years later. Not everyone gets them. Knowing what's normal means less worry and quicker help if you need it. On to part 2. Boost your physical strength. Whatever your age, life after uterine cancer is all about making a fresh start. Your very own second innings. Many who have had uterine cancer had already lost some physical activity or gained a little extra weight beforehand. Sometimes it's backaches, knee pain, blood pressure, or diabetes that get in the way of keeping fit. Here is a nugget of wisdom. Even after the cancer is out, science still cannot always remove the risk factors. That's up to you. So let's be stubborn in the best way. Take charge of your fitness. Say your cancer was linked to excess weight. Even if cancer doesn't return, untreated weight issues could trouble your liver, heart, cholesterol, and knees. The good news? Prevention really does work. A common myth is that cancer care ends with surgery, radiotherapy, or chemo. In fact, topping up your treatment with some of self-driven TLC is absolutely crucial for better health. So, if you don't stay active or keep weight in check, your risk of comeback creeps up. Aim for 3 to 4 hours a week of moderate to vigorous exercise. Need ideas? Our channel's packed with resources. See all the links below. Better fitness does not just leave you brighter and lighter, it fights depression and helps shut door or cancer's return. And now, the third word, change your lifestyle. Time to take a closer look at what you are eating and drinking. Most uterine cancers are tangled up with estrogen, the female hormone. Extra weight means more fat cells, and each one churns out more and more estrogen. So, keeping an eye on your weight is win-win, not just for your heart and knees, but to keep excess estrogen at bay. Estrogen can sneak in from our environment too. Ever heard of cows given hormone injections for extra milk? Best avoid milk like that. Track down the local milkman and he is all natural, the skinny cow if you can. Fun fact, even milkmen save their best milk for their families. Estrogen creeps in from elsewhere too, mainly chemicals called endocrine disrupting chemicals or EDCs. Have a nosy on Google while wait for our next article on EDCs. EDCs are everywhere, even in plants as phytoestrogen. The top culprits, soybean, flaxseed, and chia seed. Double check you are not loading those up unknowingly. So, what on earth should your diet look like? How much protein? What about cookware? And who should you share dinner with? We have got two videos, the unexpected diet and the unknown diet, linked below. And let's not forget water. Here in tropical India, you should aim for at least 3 liters of water per day. Ditch smoking and tobacco, none of it is safe. Chuck those tobacco tooth powders too. As for alcohol, the less is better. The WHO kept it simple. No safe limit of alcohol. Best to steer clear. Fourth chapter, minding your mind. After any serious illness, the way a patient thinks usually does a complete somersault. And surprisingly, the world has poured a lot of research into this subject. The German philosopher Martin Heidegger spent much of his life wondering how people think and spiral into worry. His famous book, Being and Time, was published in 1927. Watching the horrors of 2 world wars, Heidegger wrote about how people think in times of crisis, and more importantly, how to find hope even if the crisis lingers. He taught us that when disaster strikes, thinking patterns change. Once the danger passes, life feels good again. But what if the threat stays around? Researchers are now delving into how people with cancer think and feel. Strangely enough, it's not always cancer itself they fear, but life's unpredictability. And let's face it, there is no magic mindset switch we can flick on. Telling someone to just cheer up doesn't work for long. You might feel better for a couple of days, but the gloom can creep back in. That's why a solid, long-term mental strategy is essential. When needed, don't hesitate to get tips for mental well-being from your doctor or a psychologist. We have tackled many such practical ideas in our soon-to-be published research article, Cancer, Surrender or Strive. Once published, I will link that below. It is high time we prioritize our mental health too. No one taught you at school or college how to look after your mind and body, but now is the perfect moment to learn. These skills are the real tonic for life. Fifth chapter, sexual health and fertility. Let's start with fertility. Typically, by the time women develop uterine cancer, their families are mostly already complete. However, these days, more younger women, especially those with polycystic ovarian syndrome, are seeing a rise in uterine cancer at a younger age due to increased estrogen. If you want to become a mother while dealing with cancer, this is known as fertility preserving treatment for uterine cancer. We have gone into deep detail on these a video research article, Becoming Mother After Uterine Cancer. So please look into the article if it applies to you. Now on to sexual health. Many people withdraw emotionally and put their sex life on ice after a cancer diagnosis. But once you have recovered from surgery, there is absolutely no reason you can't return to intimacy. This cancer is not spread by sexual activity. If you are anxious or feeling embarrassed about getting back into things, don't just taboos block your well-being. Have an open conversation with your doctor. Bring your partner along too. Surviving uterine cancer is truly an art form. But once you know the ropes, you really can enjoy life to the fullest. That's all today. See you soon with another research article. Take care.